KSHB 41 News starts now.
As COVID cases spike across Missouri, an ICU nurse compares her work in frontline health care to that of a soldier.
We are simply breaking under the pressure. I don't know how many people have to continue to die from this for the public to realize we really, really need their help.
Right now, ICUs around Missouri are at record levels. Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services reports as of Tuesday, hospitals statewide had 689 COVID-19 patients in ICU. That's the highest total ever. That ICU nurse you just heard from, her name's Shannon Hoffmeyer. She works at Capital Region in Jefferson City. She recalls in heartbreaking detail the moments when she watched people say their final words to dying COVID patients.
Literally.
This comes as vaccination rates across Missouri trail behind the national average. Here's a look around the Kansas City metro. Jackson County is at 47% of people with at least one dose, while Johnson County, Missouri is at 32%. East of Johnson County is Pettis County, where rates are under 40%. Something that we've reported on as the Delta variant spreads is this variant is reaching younger people more than other strains. Tonight, we want to share the story of one young man whose life was cut short and what his community is doing to try and prevent a similar tragedy in the future. Here's KSHB 41 News reporter Andres Gutierrez.
41 News.
FedEx Ground released a statement that reads in part, quote, "First and foremost, we are deeply saddened by the loss of our team member, Ian Hawkins, and extend our deepest sympathies to his family, friends, and co-workers during this difficult time." The statement went on to say, "We are strongly encouraging team members to get vaccinated and are actively working to help ensure they are aware of the numerous opportunities that are widely available in communities across the country to receive their COVID-19 vaccine." If you're ready to get vaccinated but are not sure where to start, head to kshb.com. That's where you'll find this story with a list of vaccine sites and resources available across the metro. Wes, thank you. The Taliban continues its rapid takeover of Afghanistan. Today, insurgents made their way into the capital city of Kabul after taking control of the country's other major cities. After 20 years of war, the U.S. is evacuating its embassy. Kabul airport is currently the only safe way out of Afghanistan. The evacuation of Americans continues tonight, but due to sporadic gunfire, the embassy is telling people to shelter in place. Lawmakers on both sides of the state line and both sides of the political aisle shared their thoughts on the crisis in Afghanistan. Let's start with Kansas Senator Dr. Roger Marshall. He tweeted in part, quote, "As Mike Pompeo has said, you can negotiate peace with the Taliban, but you can't trust them. Like President Eisenhower, he believes in strength through peace. The White House should have adopted this strategy instead of projecting weakness and placing American lives at risk," end of quote. Missouri Congressman Emanuel Cleaver released a statement that reads in part, quote, "There will be plenty of time to discuss what went wrong, what we could have done differently, and our nation's decades-long failed foreign policy in Afghanistan and the Middle East. However, in this critical moment, we must focus all of our efforts and energy on evacuating American citizens, diplomats, and other officials, as well as the Afghans and the families of those who courageously served at our side." Another international story that we're watching is the aftermath of an earthquake in Haiti. Tonight, one metro organization is stepping up to help people after a 7.2 magnitude quake rocked the country. Heart to Heart International is sending a medical team to the affected area. They're expected to arrive Monday morning. The organization's CEO says they've had a presence in Haiti since the 2010 earthquake and were ready to respond to this latest disaster. The medical team will be watching the weather as Tropical Depression Grace is expected to pass over Haiti. Heart to Heart International says financial donations will help their efforts. Coming up, are you planning to fly? What you should know before you book your trip.
I had to make a lot of adjustments to what I really wanted my students to achieve.
We want to take you to another local school gearing up for the first day. Teachers talk learning loss from the pandemic and how families are navigating the challenges to prepare tomorrow morning on KSHB 41.